Bryce Harper at 267. So he would need 33 taters to get there. The reigning NL MVP, minus 165 odds on the DK Sportsbook to do it. Do you expect him to do it, though, Steve?
I mean, barring an injury that takes him out for a prolonged amount of time, this is somebody who's gone over that number in 3 of the last 4 seasons. And the only reason that one season he didn't go over is because COVID took over the world and took away half of the baseball season. If you take his numbers and what he was on pace for in that season, he was once again going to exceed that number, as he was on pace for 36 home runs through a 162 game season. So that being said, and with the odds set as they are, because this is basically giving you an implied probability of 63% of this happening, I would absolutely be taking the over on this one in a much improved Phillies lineup, by the way. It's not like there's a lot of easy outs at the top of that lineup. So everything is pointing to Bryce Harper going over this number. He should easily reach the 300 mark this season.
Okay, you think it's going to be that easy, Garion?
Yeah, I'm pretty in on most Bryce Harper overs this year. As Steve said, you always have to put out that disclaimer that injury could definitely ruin this, but I think the lineup protection thing is really big when it comes to someone like Harper specifically. I mean, you look at his zone rate since the beginning of 2020, which is essentially a metric that counts how many pitches does this batter see actually inside the strike zone. He has the 3rd lowest qualified rate across the last 2 seasons because pitchers have never had to pitch to this guy because the Phillies are constantly injured. He's now going to have Nick Castellanos hitting behind him. He's now going to have Kyle Schwarber possibly hitting behind him, more likely hitting ahead of him. But still, there's going to be protection here. I think Harper's going to get more pitches to see. And I honestly think there's a case to be made that, like, Bryce Harper's been the best hitter in baseball the last 2 seasons. I mean, he's top 3 in expected WOBA in both of those seasons. He led baseball in expected WOBA last year. He's also, like, spring training stats are spring training stats, but I swear every time I look at Twitter, Bryce Harper's just hit a home run this spring. Like, I think this is really going to be a massive year from Harper. I think he could maybe pass this mark in, like, August, if we're being honest.